what if time itself wasn't what we think it is? What if the ticking of the clock, the rise and fall of days, the endless march of history, all of it was only a shadow of a deeper rhythm, hidden in stone by a civilization that no longer walks the earth? Pause. For centuries, the Mayan calendar has fascinated, terrified, and confused humanity. It's been called a prophecy, a code, a countdown to the end of time. But what did the Maya truly know? And what secrets did they leave behind for us to uncover? Tonight, we step into the jungles of Central America, into the ruins of temples that once reached for the heavens, and into the mind of a civilization that believed time itself was alive. Dramatic effects. The Maya were not just builders of pyramids and scribes of glyphs, they were architects of time. Their calendar wasn't simply about marking days, it was about cycles, patterns, and cosmic alignments. Imagine for a moment standing in front of a towering stone carving, its intricate symbols spiraling outward like a riddle for the ages. But to the untrained eye, it looks like decoration. To the Maya, it was a clockwork of the universe, mapping not just days and years, but cosmic ages spanning thousands of years. They believed the world was born in cycles and destroyed in cycles, over and over again. The calendar was their way of knowing when creation would turn to destruction, and when destruction would lead to rebirth. When scholars first began to decode these ancient glyphs, they were astonished. The Maya had not one calendar, but several, interlocking like gears. The Tezocan, a 260-day cycle used for rituals and divination. The Hob, a solar year of 365 days. And the Long Count, a calendar so vast it measured eras, not lifetimes. The Long Count began on what the Maya called the date of creation. August 11th, 3114 BCE, a time they believed the gods shaped the world. From that day, the Long Count ticked forward, measuring thousands of years, until December 21st, 2012. Pause. The end date. The moment that ignited global hysteria, the world remembers the frenzy. Predictions of apocalypse filled the airwaves. People sold their homes, fled to remote mountains, gathered in sacred sites, convinced that the Maya had foretold the end of the world. But the question remains, did the Maya truly predict doomsday, or did we misinterpret their message? The truth, as always, is stranger and deeper. For the Maya, December 21st, 2012 wasn't an ending in the way we imagine. It was the close of a great Cycle 1 world age passing, another beginning. The cycle, known as a Bactin, lasted 394 years. 13 Bactins formed an era of nearly 5,125 years. And when that era ended, the clock didn't stop. It reset. Just as the sun dies each night and is reborn at dawn, so too does time itself. Yet, what makes the Mayan calendar so haunting is how it aligned with celestial events. On that very date in 2012, the Sun crossed the center of the Milky Way, a rare alignment the Maya could not have calculated by accident. Emphasis, they knew. Somehow, with stone tools and naked eyes, they mapped the heavens with an accuracy rivaling modern astronomy. Their calendar didn't just measure time on Earth, mirrored the pulse of the cosmos. This knowledge begs the question: who taught the Maya? Did they discover this wisdom on their own? Or was it a gift from something beyond? The Maya described their gods as beings from the sky who brought the secrets of agriculture, writing, and time itself. Were these simply myths? Or could they be memories of contact with a lost civilization, or perhaps something even more extraordinary? The precision of the Mayan calendar has led some to believe they were guided by advanced knowledge. Knowledge we have only recently begun to rediscover. Think about it, their calculation of the solar year was only off by 17 seconds. 17 even, with satellites and atomic clocks. That accuracy is mind-shattering. And so, we must ask, if their calendar truly ended in 2012, what happened to us? We are still here. The world did not burn. The oceans did not rise to swallow the land. But some argue that something did change. Many believe that the Maya were not warning of a fiery apocalypse, but of a shifted transformation of human consciousness. Look around. Since 2012, the world has changed at a dizzying pace. Technology has accelerated. Information flows like never before. Old systems are crumbling. New ways of thinking are emerging. Some say we crossed a threshold into a new age of humanity. Pause. Could this have been what the Maya foresaw? Before we dive deeper into these mysteries, take a moment to join me on this journey. If you're drawn to uncovering hidden truths, if you find yourself captivated by lost civilizations and the secrets they left behind, then now is the time to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Mysteries of Time. Every click, every word keeps this community alive and helps us continue exploring the shadows of history. So, if the mysteries of the Maya grip your imagination, you know what to do. Dramatic effect. Now, let us return to the calendar of the gods. The Maya saw time not as a straight line, but as a spiral. Events were not random. History repeated itself in great cycles, echoing across centuries. Wars, famines, floods, and even the rise and fall of kingdoms could be predicted because they believed the future was bound to the past. Imagine, for a moment, that our own history, our wars, our crises, even our inventions, followed a rhythm older than memory. Could the Maya have tapped into this eternal pattern? Some researchers believe so. They point to uncanny correlations between Mayan cycles and great shifts in human history. Civilizations rise, collapse, and rise again, as if following an unseen script. But what is most chilling is the Maya's belief that each cycle ends with catastrophe, followed by renewal. Their myths speak of worlds destroyed by flood, fire, and darkness. Our cycle, they said, was the fourth world, the one that ended in 2012. And yet, instead of physical destruction, perhaps what we face is a crisis of spirit, a collapse of old ways of thinking, paving the way for something entirely new. Is this why so many feel a growing sense of unease, as if the ground of reality itself is shifting beneath us? Hidden in their temples, carved in stone, the Maya left depictions of serpents winding across the sky, of gods descending in plumed costumes, of celestial alignments shaping destiny. The serpent, in particular, was sacred symbol of cycles, rebirth, and transformation. On the equinox at Chichen Itza, shadows form the image of a serpent slithering down the pyramid's steps, a cosmic clock telling humanity when the heavens turn. These were not mere rituals. They were living calendars designed to remind us that time is sacred and that the universe moves according to rhythms far greater than ourselves. Yet, as we stand here today, surrounded by technology the Maya could never have imagined, their warnings feel strangely urgent. Could we be nearing another great shift, another collapse, another renewal? And if so, are we prepared to face it? Perhaps the greatest secret of the Mayan calendar is not when the world will end, but how we choose to live within its cycles. For them, to live in harmony with time was to live in harmony with the gods. To ignore the cycles was to invite disaster. As we close our journey tonight, remember this: the Mayan calendar did not end, it turned, and with its turning, we too are asked to awaken, to see beyond the ticking of the clock, to recognize the patterns that shape our lives. Maybe the true prophecy of the Maya was not destruction, but transformation. Pause. And if you wish to explore more mysteries, the kind that linger in shadows and whisper through forgotten ruins, then stay with me here on Mysteries of Time. In our next journey, we unravel another enigma secrets hidden deep beneath the sands of Egypt, where ancient tombs may hold truths darker than death itself. Until then, keep watching the skies and keep questioning the past. Dramatic effect, for time itself may yet have secrets left to reveal.